That's not okay.
Oh, thank God.
Nay.
Hey.
Wyatt.
Oh, we're in remastered now? No, I do have a remastered character sheet. Okay, I have a remastered character sheet.
Wait, hold
The fuck is happening?
on. I thought you had like Jack is being kidnapped.
Jack has gone back in time with his microphone.
That's what,
Jack is
that's
being
what I was
kidnapped.
just about to say.
I'm fine.
Jack
Jack's
is being
microphone has
kidnapped.
gone back in time. That's right, we're back in time.
Don't worry about it.
Jack's being kidnapped. So we're on the ship and we're stuck at like the other ship. I was just hoping. the edge of the world. A minute.
Hat folk.
What's the
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
what's the password?
Remember we got it. The docs.
Ethan, your audio also sucks now.
Really?
Oh, there we go. All right, it's back.
I
But it was especially bad in like one moment.
Jack, can you mute yourself?
Jackie's gonna kidnap.
Can you mute me?
Anyway,
What's
yes,
the
we
what's
did get
the
Yeah.
path builder password?
He's making a pizza
Ah.
sandwich.
lowercase f. Yes, we did get warm weather clothing. I do remember that.
Good thing we have potions.
Excuse me.
Do I hear anything coming from the other boat? Like, does it sound like there's distress coming from the other boat?
Yeah,
No.
are they like waving down for help, or are they just trying to figure out what's wrong? Okay. How large is the ship in front of us? Okay. Hmm.
I assume this is not regulation.
Yeah,
I-
this crumbled ship in front of us really doesn't seem to be up to
Yeah.
regulation.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't.
Do you mean
Look, I'm just trying to
this
start
isn't
something, okay?
normal? Are you trying to say
Yeah.
this isn't normal?
Yeah.
Could have just said that.
Nobody else is talking.
Yeah, I'm trying to see what I can do. If I can do anything. Fuck. Sorry.
How far is the ship away from us? Yeah, if I were to stand at the tip of the ship. Okay, if I were to stand as far to the front of the ship as I could. Okay.
Oh, I thought we were further
I'm
than
gonna-
that.
I'm gonna cast detect. I'm gonna cast detect magic.
I'm gonna go to the front, and I'm so. Are these people like at a spot where I could easily talk to them? The people on the other ship.
They're 10 feet away. They are 10 feet away, Ethan.
Well, they're not. They're not like. They're not 10 feet away. I'm gonna kind of go up, and I'm gonna go. Hello. Do you need help?
No, Ethan. I perfectly can. Is anyone hurt?
Hmm.
How are you stuck?
And it's just the edges. Oh. Yeah, it was.
Oh, the ice moved.
Are they, so they're like, they're. Sorry. They're like wedged, right? Okay. It's not like it's just suit. Yeah, okay. I'm trying to see if I.
Are there boats behind us? Okay. Not yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's about to be. This is like the
Pile
only
up?
way out, right?
Okay.
Jack said unmute. Are you done being kidnapped, Jack?
Yeah, I fought them off.
I'm so proud. With your microwave?
Who's an air fryer?
What? Do you all have a way to get out?
Does have a point.
Sometimes it takes a while, man. Guys, do we have what? Do we have anything?
Sorry. Well, in terms of the magical sense, I can't do anything to help with this.
How does it look like they're stuck? Like, is there clearly a point at which
swear to God.
stuck?
So Jack, what happened is that they're big. Their ship is just too big.
Yeah, it's literally their ship is too big and they're wedged between the ice
Yeah, they're
walls.
wedged. So the ice probably moved.
Let's just shoot some fireballs at their ship. Great
Not
idea.
their ship. No, bad Jack.
Let's just shrink the ship.
I'm just gonna throw out a question to anyone willing to answer. Does anyone know how thick the ice is?
Tulk.
Who answers?
I'm like looking at my I'm looking at my list and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Is he the I have one person that's not named, so that's probably him. Them. Her.
Do we have anything that might be able to help them? I'm asking this like to the, I don't know, whatever crew is there.
I actually have a spell called get ship free from ice.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought it'd be kind of situational. But...
Yeah, but I figured we would need it.
Wait, guys. All right, guys. I think I'm getting predictive purchase.
Okay.
Holy shit.
Candle.
Perfect.
Ethan.
No,
Ethan.
I'm joking.
Ethan.
No, I'm
Mathel's gonna
joking.
melt an iceberg with a candle.
Mathel, I don't think that's going to be enough.
So like how big are the masses of ice that are blocking this ship?
Guess we
Like
just have to walk.
how destructible do they seem? I mean, I don't know.
We
Climate
just have
change
to-
is doing quite a bit
Guys,
to it.
Nothing's
we just have to
indestructible.
invent the car. We just have to invent a car and wait like 200 years.
Yeah.
Melt the ice caps.
Guys, you ever seen Les Miserables?
Is ice considered an unattended object?
Are you trying to shrink the glacier?
In the disintegrate context?
You cannot disintegrate a glacier, Jack.
I would like to, I would like to disintegrate the entire continent of Antarctica.
Rowan, if we
I
were
would
to,
like to
if we were to
disintegrate Greenland.
if we were to like chip away or melt some of the ice, would that cause like a collapse? Hmm.
Wait, if we set their ship on fire, the
No.
heat will melt
Wait,
the
that's
ice.
genius.
No.
That's genius.
No.
We don't have any way to chip away or melt the ice. I mean, it could cause a collapse.
What is
No.
that?
No, what?
Is that? I'm sorry, I've not
Oh, lovely.
If only our paladin, only our cleric was still here.
Okay, guys. I fly over and I
Okay.
lift the ship out of the water.
You lifted it out of the water?
He rose. From
He
the water.
rose out of the water.
Oh, well then what are our options?
Oh, the ship's. Never mind. Orvin just cuts himself off.
For once, Orvun realizes how much of an idiot he is and stops his sentence.
How hoppable is the gap to the other ship? Right. Orvin Reson, do we want to go over to see how bad it is?
Yeah. It's better than anything I can think of.
Right.
Suppose we're going over. I got things to do over here, so let's go over.
Do we have something we can set down to make it easier to go across, or?
How far did you say the gap was?
From where we can actually stand.
No. Not the pole. Wait, so it's a 10-foot jump to the ship?
No, it's a 6.
These are
Yeah.
the spells I have prepared. This is
Like, okay, how much higher? The other one is? Well, we probably need something to get up there. Yeah, maybe.
I could
I can
carry
fly.
something.
I can use magic there. I can get myself up. I know that. I can't get anyone else up there.
Oh, use Agaleo. So it's Agaleo and it's Agaleo and the captain, right? Oh.
Nice one, Ryan.
Orvin, do you have a way up?
Give me 1 second to answer that. What remastered stuff do I turn on? I had the wrong character sheet. Switched to remastered.
You were very.
What do you mean? What settings?
Yeah, the settings.
You want where the fuck? There it is. You want allow legacy spells, allow updated spells for Magic Sorcerer, and allow legacy equipment.
And not Allow legacy feats.
Guys, the
heritage,
movable rod is coming in.
Keep that off. Okay.
Guys, the movable rod.
What are you gonna do with that?
It's
Not what I want.
What did you ask, Ethan?
I said, Orvin, do you have a way to get up?
My meaty legs.
Other than jumping, no.
I can carry you.
Can you?
With my wings.
Does he have armor? Does
Orvin does not have armor on, but Orvin's still like 300 pounds.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, yeah, he got
Yeah.
that from the cultists.
Yeah. Listen, if I need -1. Listen, it's better than not having them if something gets in my face. Yeah.
Yeah, if you can hit.
I have a grappling hook. That's
I do have the boots of bounding.
I
which help me
forgot.
with
I
jumping and
forgot.
everything.
grappling hook.
Gonna go through his hand again.
That would be the worst grappling hook check to fail. Instant death.
Yeah, your body goes into shock when you hit the water.
Yeah. You feel your sins crawling down your.
Probably nothing. Why?
Yeah, we all would have the cold drink, the cold potions, by the way.
I love your cold juice.
You take 300 points of cold damage.
Well, I have
Oh,
fire
no.
resistance. Damn.
Oh, lava.
Would you say 4 damage?
Guys,
Damn, so that's like mega severe cold.
Or it's magical cold.
Mega Ultra.
Mega ultra. Yeah, that's like really cold.
The ghost chill. There's ghost.
So.
All right. I guess we should inform them that we're boarding.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't
it's
realize
not like
they were
they-
watching.
It's not like they can't hear our conversation.
I didn't realize they were.
They're, they're a couple feet away.
What
Um,
else are they gonna do? They're standing 20 feet above us, just
I don't
like
know, try to figure
stuck.
something out. Try to figure something out.
They probably are, but they're also listening. They can
I,
multitask.
My
How-
Like
ephemeral
the kings and queens they are.
my ephemeral dragon wings are gonna spread out of my armor, and I'm gonna fly
So
up to
how
the.
am I getting over?
I think someone said he would carry you,
Oh, okay.
but if you want, you can we can try the grappling hook.
Bless you.
What?
Jesus Christ.
You scared Rowan.
Ugh. Ugh.
I think having Soren carry me would be easier.
All right, I'll hook my arms under your armpits,
Oh, carry me, Daddy.
and I'll lift you up.
How romantic. How many bulk is a human body?
How much bulk are you? How much bulk are you have?
I think a person alone is like 4 bulk or something.
How much bulk is this? I am.
I'm definitely
currently-
encumbered, but that doesn't necessarily mean I can't.
I am currently 6 bulk.
Yeah.
In terms of equipment.
Oh, okay, so then you're 12 bulk total.
Because I don't have my armor on right now.
Oh, yeah, no, I definitely can't carry you. My limit is 17, but yeah, I'm also very loaded up as already.
I am going to translocate up there.
Wait, am I encumbered?
Yeah, what? You can't carry her.
Oh, no. It says I'm encumbered because some of this stuff won't go in my bag of holding, but it is in my bag of holding. Like I physically, like the armor plating is in my bag of holding, I just can't move it there. Or wait. I can move it. There we go. Now I'm good.
I'm just gonna.
You might want to just like reload the page, I don't know. But I'm good now.
I do also have an any length rope. Wait, guys, we can just door knock her in.
Yeah, just put the door knocker on the part of the ship that's close to us. Just.
Wait,
That part of the ship is still 10 feet away from us, Ethan.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fly over by myself without you, Orvin.
So you're not taking Irvin?
I can't. I literally can't. He's too heavy.
Um,
If he took up all of his equipment, then I could carry him.
Wait, guys, the door knocker.
I'm just gonna cast a dimension door now known as translocate and just up there.
All right. So we still have to like go like to the mast, or not the mat, to the
Hole.
like the tip. Like we
The
still have to
bow. The bow.
the bow. We still have to walk
No,
across
the bow is just
to,
the
like, get there,
general
right?
front of the ship, Jack.
Yeah.
So does Orvin. You said it was a 10-foot gap and then 10 feet up. Yeah. Um,
That's hot.
would I be able to intuit if like using the door knocker would lead us into like, somewhere
Cast
where we would actually be
augury.
able to get in?
Yeah, cast augury. You should cast augury.
Like if I put the door knocker, so if we got to the tip, if we got to the end of the tip, and I put the
The
door
tip?
knocker on like the ship, like it would be okay. Like
Thus, Athel
it wouldn't
plummeted
like sink the
6 feet
ship or
back.
something.
Ethan, if you can physically get to the part of the ship and not be in water, you don't sink the ship. Because water does not get in the hole.
Yeah,
But
I
if
know,
you
but I'm
did
not.
put the door knob low enough on the ship, you could sink their ship with it.
Yeah, it might be
And
the
then
strategy.
they'd be out of our way.
Yeah, wait a second.
I don't think that's the case.
All right, Alvin, it looks like our best option is we have to walk across the front of that.
Make a balance check. Nulakalake.
Yeah.
Base.
Okay. Okay. Alvin, do you think I should try the grappling hook or see if I can put the door knocker on?
Forgot I had strange
Orvin?
now.
Oh, sorry. My mic was muted.
I cast strange geometry.
I guess we could try the grappling hook.
Right. And we will go. I'm gonna go out to the tip, and I'm gonna try throwing my grappling hook up.
You're gonna try to go out to the tip.
But before I throw it up, I'm gonna say, I'm throwing a grappling hook up. So just be careful that it doesn't hit you, and then could you try to make sure that it's secure, please? Thank you.
Adios mio, Mathel.
They Methel throws it, it hooks on. As I'm going up, they just whoop unlatch
Oh,
it.
right. I just pick it up. Oh, there's my grave. Okay, so do I have to make a check to like walk across the? Okay, what do I? Gulp.
Gulp.
Boom.
That's gonna be a 25.
Ooh, sorry.
Sorry,
I
35
don't fall in.
short.
Ooh, sorry, 100. A little bit short. Why don't I just turn into a bird? Why don't I just turn into a bird?
That's a good idea.
Why didn't I just multi-class into druid and wild shape into a bird?
Yeah.
Speaking of bird, I have mine, right?
Okay.
Which means now if you want to sabotage Mathel, do it.
Bye bye.
I shoot Mathel in
damn
his
it.
skull.
Yeah, Jaeger, like, we hear a gunshot coming out of the ice, and Jaeger's just like,
You hear a thundering, a thundering
A
echo.
bolt of lightning strikes down on an iceberg.
30. Yeah. Okay. And I'm not at the end, right? Oh, okay. I will throw the grappling hook up and say the stuff that I said.
What was it? Say it again.
No. And then I will climb up the grappling hook. That's gonna be a 21.
Ooh.
But do I get a bonus on that because they help secure the hook?
No.
Bro, what the fuck are you
Rowan's
doing?
going down on that popsicle.
Rowan sucking cock over there.
Rowan is blowing the
Okay.
fuck.
God damn, man.
Haven't done this on a ship before. I will try to go up more. That's a 22. Just for reference, I rolled a 7, a 5, and a 6. Yeah. All right, Dolphin. I'm good.
Shit, what was the plan?
You
Climb up
climb.
the fucking grappling hook.
Yeah, I know.
Climb,
Alright, I'm gonna
man.
I'm gonna climb.
If ass.
Dip ass.
This is
Skibbity.
what should I gotten wings.
What the skibbity?
Get the skibbity.
What the
What the
sigma?
sigma?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna make my way to the grappling hook.
Balancing.
It takes
Balancing.
it takes a
Balancing.
check.
Balancing.
Oh,
Balancing.
natural one.
You said acrobatics?
Natural one.
Do I preemptively do this or nah, I'll be fine.
Yeah,
Natural
you'll be
one.
fine.
That's how
Hey!
all good
Natural
things start.
20 for
I
a
should've-
35.
He's lying. He's cheating.
He's cheating. He's cheating. Natural one. Natural one. I'll be holding
check
the hook.
Athletics
That you can let go of it.
or acrobatics.
I will. I'm gonna put my immovable rod so that way it definitely can't slip.
Thank God.
I'm gonna
16
put my
plus
immovable
21.
rod right over the edge where he needs to climb on.
I
37.
want to put my immovable rod up your
37.
What?
Man, Matthew, you made that look hard.
I guess today's my day.
What if you put an immovable rod up someone's rectum?
Yeah, someone's ass.
What? Immovable dildo.
Yeah, so an open
These-
wide, and then I.
These two had to. Man, Jack, these two had to climb like losers.
Losers. Imagine using your legs.
Isn't there still
I
the
cast
other?
lightning bolt and
the other
smite
crew member?
Reese out of the air.
Yes, there is.
Isn't there still the other crew member that's?
Yes, there is.
No.
Isn't
This
there still the other
is-
crew member?
Ilru?
Yeah. Okay.
Sure.
I will take my grappling hook back.
No, I steal it.
And I will. That's odd.
Holy shit, guys! I've got 16 gigabytes of RAM now. That's 4 more than I had before.
Hey, Rowan, how many gigabytes of RAM do you have?
376.
Rowan, I will use that's odd.
Do I keep accidentally hitting caps lock?
Grimace.
There is nothing on.
That's schmod.
That's Todd. Hey, Todd.
That's crud.
What's going on, Todd?
Todd is just in the
Todd?
ice. Oh my God,
Todd
Todd.
Howard.
Help! I'm freezing to death. Oh, hey Todd, how's it going?
Hey, Todd.
Oh, classic.
Body's slowly going numb.
Wait,
Help,
we need
please.
to make a satire TTRPG.
We need to run your head over with a car.
So what are you guys doing?
Your mom.
I'm gonna cast detect magic again. No, I'm on the ship.
Soren is actively fucking Mathel's mother.
Soren, I need you to be productive here. We're kind of in a pickle.
I am.
Soren's being reproductive right now. What am I looking?
GM. That
Ram.
I did that's odd and Wyatt cast it.
That is indeed odd.
There's nothing. There's nothing odd.
Cast detect magic again.
Do I,
Um,
how much of a wedge is it here?
I will do the same.
oh
33.
shit! Don't fall. Okay, I'm falling off of my bed.
34.
That's cock.
I love cock. 25.
That is a something plus a something.
You know what's funnier than 24?
25.
Hold on. I'm doing math. Hold on. Okay.
You're doing math?
37.
What?
God, you're so hot for that, Chris.
Die.
Okay.
Chris.
What? Not me? But I rolled so high. I rolled
Orvoon,
so high.
Orvoon, Mathel, and Chris.
Not Reese.
Soren's picking his nose.
Yeah.
Soren, are you seeing this?
Yeah. Hot.
Oh, so it's
Okay.
really wedged.
Bro, who said this
Properly
shit?
wedged.
Yeah, what idiot sailed
Is this
ship?
such a wedge where our ship wouldn't be able to get through?
What do you
Like,
would
if
our
we
ship
got
get
there-
wedged
yeah.
if we got this one free?
Yeah. yes.
That is what he's asking.
Indeed.
Ours is tiny compared to this.
We've got a tiny little.
See,
we've got
this
a
is why it's
little
not always
tiny
about
ship.
size, but about the motion of the ocean.
Yeah,
I
but
don't
what
think
about
the
the motion of the
motion-
iceberg?
Yeah.
I think you got Jack. It would have worked much better if you just said size doesn't matter.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Guys, I think we might have to do combat.
What the scallop?
Oh, that's quite bad.
There we go. Session over.
Rowan, why don't you just remove it from the playlist?
I don't know if there really is any other option than breaking the ice,
No,
or at least attempting to.
Then let's do it.
Why don't we go and find the captain of the ship?
No, that'd be too intelligent.
well, my problem
he
is
is? Shit, yeah, you're right.
my
I
problem
just
is
I
how
said
do we
that
get the
now.
ship
I
from
turn
the
around.
ground?
I turn around. All right, I found him.
Oh. How do we
Oh,
get the
how'd you
ice
get that?
that's lower down?
Say that again.
How do we get to the ice that's lower down?
Fire.
The spells or
Fire.
Well, well, I don't see a way that we can break the ice or melt the ice without also dealing significant damage to the ship to the point where
yes, that is
it
another
won't sail.
concern.
Not a problem.
I use my I use my elixir icebreaker
Elixir of Icebreaker.
elixir of ice breaking.
Elixir of ice breaking. Yeah.
It's actually just to meet new people, but
You drink it. So what kind of
I
movies
hate
do you
you.
like to watch?
I hate you.
I have a ring of
Hmm.
swimming.
we do not have real solutions, Rowan. Oh. There's no equipment that's helpful here. Oh, a cat.
Is there a way with it? So
Oh, wow.
obviously the ship is wide enough to get stuff. So this is a large ship. How long is the ship? Okay.
Wait, Chris, can you cast Grease?
No, I cannot, unfortunately.
Neither can I.
I can cast Daze.
That's so helpful.
I can cast Augury.
Oh yeah, Augury. That'll help.
I mean,
Yeah,
I could.
we just
I could
go
just
to
go.
the top of the ice.
I just spend 10 minutes, be like, hey, is melting the ice a good idea?
Yeah.
Okay. No, yeah, no, I understand. Yeah. I look around for the captain of the ship. Captain, how many crew members do you have on here? Ooh, okay. My idea is not gonna work.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. We methodically remove
My
the
idea
middle
probably
section of the ship
and then
Yeah,
move
and then we
the two
replace
halves
it,
together, and then have it be.
and then we're like, wait, is this the same ship?
Hate
Shut the fuck
both
up.
of you.
The only idea I have is I could potentially summon an Archon to melt the ice, but the only issue is I can only do it for a minute.
So it seems our options are from
What? Yes.
How tall are these ice walls?
In the sense that it wouldn't be able to melt the ice, or because it lasts so short, it would not be long enough. Okay.
How tall are the ice walls? Uh, so-
Yeah.
So if we broke one, it would all come crashing down on top of us.
Yes.
Yeah, that was also like,
Oh, that's a great idea. We should do that.
all right.
What?
So so it seems from here the options are melt the ice with magic, break the ice, or try to find some way to force the ship through.
But the
Either of
issue
these.
with
Yeah,
that
can
is
we just
forcing
hit
it through
really
could
hard
cause
from behind?
yeah.
severe damage.
Yes.
Um,
To the
I-
point where I think that the idea isn't even worth trying.
does it look like there's
Unless
anything?
there was a way to literally shrink the ship. I think our only option is really figuring out how to reduce the ice.
Is there anything like visibly in the ice?
The fuck does that mean?
Yeah,
like,
are there
can I
any
see anything?
unsuspecting people?
Yeah, yeah.
Is there a T-Rex frozen in the ice?
Fucking UFO.
Wait, guys, I got it. If we just find an acorn,
Stop.
the ice will break by itself.
We just try and bury the acorn.
Yeah,
The
then
ice
we
will
start
break by itself.
continental drift.
We slam it in, the ice breaks and crushes the ship.
Wait, guys, we could just push the ice. Wait, can we?
If only we had
No,
spell
The ice
skates.
walls are hundreds of feet tall.
All they are glaciers,
Yes.
Okay.
Mr.
I pull out my
Schwan.
waffle iron.
Wait,
and
wait,
I
wait.
hold it up.
Maybe we.
What if we just
find
pee
the
on it all at the
Avatar.
same time?
Okay. I'm gonna read augury real quick.
I'm gonna read augury.
If I were to hold on really tightly to the ship, is it considered an item I'm holding? Damn.
I take out my waffle iron and I hold it up to the ice.
That doesn't help. That's just iron. It's iron that you. There's an outlet on the ice.
Yeah, where the fuck are you gonna
Going
plug it in?
I'm gonna.
Yeah, we're
kill
gonna
you.
plug it in.
I'm gonna kill you.
Yeah, we're gonna plug it in.
What do we have in terms of fire? I know what Soren has.
I have an Archon.
Well, I actually don't have that much.
I really don't.
Yeah, but I
have a
still
whole lot.
know what you have.
Yeah.
We just have Soren stand on the ice with his new boots.
That is
Yeah.
true.
And then he actually like.
He just
I'll
fuck-
just kick it.
he
I'll
just
kick
he's,
it.
he stands on the ice and he just like starts sinking rapidly through the ice.
Yeah.
We have
No, he-
Soren. Here
he just
we
has to do
all
wall
pick up
flies.
Soren like a battering ram and just shove his feet against the wall.
I can run across the wall.
I've got a wand of overflowing life.
That is not helpful.
Does that sound like it helps, Wyatt?
I just wanted to throw in tonight to get it seem useful.
It objectively is not a useful idea.
Oh, okay.
I
Okay.
know.
I have elemental breath, which can deal a lot of fire damage in a large cone.
Burn the ship.
It's a
Fireball.
5th level spell. I have 1. Yeah, I can do it once. "60-foot cone."
Covers the 14 feet.
Well, that also implies that he can get far enough away.
You're
Kinda
cutting
cutting
out,
it out.
Rowan.
Yeah, you are cutting it.
I mean, if we've got one big fire spell and a couple small fire spells,
Well, the small ones are
One side.
which is just a cantrip.
I should also say the elemental breath implies that he can get in a position where he can hit the wall
without hitting the ship.
I don't know.
He could technically just do it off the side of the ship. Well, it's a
Yeah, he jumps off and then he.
Okay, let me clarify. One side of the thing is 20 feet. The other side is like 35 feet.
Also, if we unwedge one side, then
Well,
the
here's the other
ship
thing.
is unwedged.
I can make the
Sure.
cone originate from any point within 30 feet of me.
I don't have fire. I only can chip away at it.
I don't have
Which-
fire. I only make potions.
Yeah. I mean, I have
He has a
for instance,
candle.
I have
Yes,
stuff
candle.
like that. To actually, heat things up, but it's not really a lot. And I don't think we want to.
Reese,
make a
with your high
bonfire.
perception check, you would have noticed there is a particular spot that is heavily wedged in.
Let me draw a diagram.
On the left side of the ship, there is a large spot of ice that juts out a little bit further. Well, not a little bit, like 5 feet further. That is helping
Okay.
pin it specifically. It's like pinning it into the
So, like-
one side
so, like-
and then like almost like twisting it a little bit so it pins into it both sides.
So this is the one that's like wedging it in. Like,
Yeah, I mean
fully.
both sides of the thing are still
Obviously,
wedging it, but that's the
Yeah.
thing that is pressing it.
Let me bring out the pickaxe.
There's that one section of ice up there. I'll point to it.
Oh yeah.
That's what's pressing it into the wall.
I mean, worst case scenario, I can just take my axe and start chopping.
I mean, I don't really have any other
I don't know how you would do that.
solutions. Besides
Get onto the ice.
hacking at it.
Remember, we cannot make much noise, or if we are, we have to make a quick exit.
I think I think noise is inevitable.
All right,
Well,
I've
then
drawn
we
a
need to be
diagram.
prepared for a quick exit.
Can I stream? I need to be able to stream.
There's
hold on, I'll
nothing
send a
on the
screenshot.
ship that can help.
What?
I said there's nothing that on the ship that can help.
And the older.
Um,
You may not go through items.
How
Um,
overwhelming are the forces that come when noise is present?
They are particularly. It's not like that at all, Jen.
Damn it.
Particularly. It depends. They possess.
Isn't it more of a
The corpses of frostbitten creatures, so it can range depending on the creatures that are frostbitten.
what exactly would they come from?
Ooh.
They come from the sky, the sea, or above or below anything.
Rowan.
Yes.
This is. I don't know if it. Could I make a sense motive check on the guy saying we cannot look through our items? I want, and I don't know if
captain?
this makes sense. Yeah, the captain saying you
hiding.
can't look through our items.
There's
Either
like something
like
suspicious.
I want to see if it's genuinely just like this is our cargo and we don't want to open it, otherwise we'll get in trouble, or he's hiding something.
Okay, make a perception check.
Yeah. 28.
You're having a hard time reading him.
Okay.
Could I do the same?
Sure.
I'm not going to do the same because I trust this fine fellow.
My perception sucks.
Natural 20 for a 41.
You get the sense that he has a contract that he has to follow.
Okay.
Oh, and we could steal it and profit.
No.
Oh.
I just wanted to make sure he wasn't doing anything sketchy.
When you say we need to make a fast exit, how fast will these ships be moving on their way out?
Well, it depends on how we get this one out, and it depends on how quickly you and the rest of us can get to our ship.
Are ships starting to back up at all? I do want to.
No.
How difficult would it be to board this ship while it's moving?
This one while it is moving. What?
He's asking like how difficult would it be for the zombies to board the ship?
No, I'm saying how difficult would it be for us to board the ship while it's moving?
Why would you be boarding that ship while it's moving?
I mean either ship.
It
Why would
depends
we
on
be
the
boarding
ship
this
then.
ship?
It depends
Okay.
on how you're boarding.
Easy.
How what's the name of the person that boarded with us?
There's two people who boarded
two
with you.
two people did.
You lock it
Iluru
up.
and Iglayo.
Okay, I'm gonna go up to Egleo.
Okay.
How difficult would it be to board your ship while it's moving?
Depends. I could do it pretty fast.
For people who aren't you.
I don't know. I can do it fast. That's what I'm saying.
Great. Okay.
Oven, we have to
Sounds like
go
a skill
down
up,
an entire grappling hook and then walk across the uh the tip there. I don't know what the
Well, you're also higher up now, so you could just jump off of it onto it.
nope.
That's what I was
No,
gonna say.
no, no.
You could. You could.
That's a bit of a
You could. You could.
If it's
The
necessary,
reason I am asking because in the event that we cannot get these ships to make a fast exit, we may need to hold
to
off.
make a slow exit.
Yeah, that one.
We may need to hold off the forces. And in that case, we would have to board the ships while they're moving.
I mean, we can just jump over them. Would we get hurt?
We could.
Yes.
That would be a little bit risky.
Reese.
Huh.
You said there was a weak point. Where is it?
It's not a weak point. It's just an extra bit of ice that's responsible for strongly pinning the ship against the wall.
I wanna go look for it.
How high up?
I point to it.
How
Yeah.
high up do these ice walls go from sea level?
I swear to God.
He said like hundreds of feet.
Hundreds.
He said
Okay.
this before
I'm sorry.
when
So
you asked
No.
him.
When I was asking, I had in mind ice going down into the water, not up out of the water. So I had in mind that it was like hundreds of feet below water. I was imagining
No, the ice goes.
the ice walls wrong.
The ice goes into land that's below.
Yeah, I was envisioning the whole thing wrong.
Why, you're an idiot.
He thinks you're.
Yeah.
He thinks you're sailing the ships upside down.
So
It's like in
Pirates
at
of
World's
the
End where they have to
Caribbean, yep.
flip the ship.
He's thinking they're flipping the ship.
Rowan, first of all, I don't think the music is playing. Second of all,
The music isn't playing. You're right.
would it be? I'm checking out that point that seems like it's particularly sticking the ship in place. And if I were to blast it with fire, would it? Do I think it would free the ship?
If you were to blast the spot in there that's on fire. What? You would blast it and make it okay.
The spike
Blast the
that's
spot,
jutting out
yeah.
of the wall.
Would it
Yeah.
free the ship? No, not immediately.
Do we have
More would need to be done.
do we have any
Um,
any better plan than just going at the ice?
Well, you'd need to move more than just the ice. You'd need to move the ship itself.
Yeah, because you
we-
said the spike is twisting the ship a little bit.
Could
right?
we touch?
Yeah.
Like, if we were to get up to the edge of we would be able to touch the ice wall, right?
Yes.
What if we have a group of people melting and breaking the ice on one end, and a large group of people pushing against the ice wall on the other?
That won't get us unstuck. That'll just.
I feel like we would need to push from behind.
And also, we can't generate enough force to push an entire ship. This thing weighs thousands of pounds. We'd need leverage in order to do that.
Immovable rod. Let's just sink the ship, guys. I mean, it's a lost
Shut up.
cause.
You know, personally, I kind of agree.
Shut up, both of you. If both of you died right now, I would feel no sadness. Shut up.
Yeah.
Um. Old Tillamook.
Shut the fuck
Hmm.
up.
I can't believe I'm about to say.
Old
what I'm about to say.
Tillamook would help us.
You know what's funny?
Bruh.
I just remembered that I have a spell that I can basically turn I could turn the ship into holy ground so undead couldn't board. But I don't have that prepared.
Well, then that isn't helpful.
Why would you not prepare
You didn't know. What?
that?
Because I didn't fucking know we were going to be dealing with undead.
Why would you not prepare that?
Why would you not prepare that?
Hey, Ro-
What time? Oh,
Ro-
Yes.
Rowan. I would like to. Can I? Hold on. I'm going to do something. Keep discussing plans. I need about 10 minutes.
Sure.
Is
Rowan, I would like to expend a charge off on my staff to cast Augury.
okay.
What's your course of action?
Do we have sex?
No. Sorry, I need to read this really quickly. Ask about the results of a particular course of action. How do I word it? Like, would it just be
You
is
just say-
blank
you
a
just
good
say-
idea?
No, you basically just say, it. Like, if we were to break the ice, wheel or woe, basically.
Okay. If we were to melt the ice, what would the results be?
Don't you have to roll a check?
Augury. You have
No,
to
you
roll a
do.
check.
I have to roll.
Yeah.
It's a DC 6 secret flak check.
Secret. Flat.
So I'm doing the. So Ree's just like
Imagine
wanders
Rowan,
off.
Rowan gets like a 4.
What is everyone else
Reese
doing
is-
during this 10 minutes?
Yeah, Ree's just
I'm trying
wanders
to-
off for about 10 minutes.
I'm trying to think, man.
I'm looking.
I have
for
a
the
spell that can
spell.
create a very strong wind.
Well.
Speaking of strong wind,
No!
a strong wind
Are you
blows
really-
through,
Arguably too strong, though.
and you guys take 8 points of damage.
Damn.
Really
We
cool.
take how much? 3?
8.
8.
Like, I have a spell, like, Elemental Breath can
Nice
create
try,
a
Chris.
strong winds,
No, I genuinely didn't hear
I
you.
know.
but
try.
those strong winds are only gonna destroy the ship.
I want to say that the spell's called Sanctify.
Well, Jack, I mean, it's our best option.
Oh, strong winds and lightning strikes. So,
Wait,
Augury, I
strike
can't-
the ice.
well,
I
no,
can't
at that point I would
fucking
just do
believe-
fire.
I cannot fucking believe I'm actually using Augury right now. What have I come to? What
It's
have I
the
become?
greatest. It's the greatest spell in the game.
What have I become?
Okay, no, it does not word again. It just gives us bonuses against undead.
All right.
And it's
Why
also
did the
only
thing
I'm
where-
running out
Why
of
did the thing where he
ideas.
read half the spell and then didn't listen to it?
No, I was trying to remember the spell.
I'm
I-
running out of ideas, and I'm thinking that our best bet is to
Chris.
try and destroy one.
Yes.
Whoa.
Oh, okay. Reese after
I mean, I think
10.
we all could have come to that conclusion ourselves.
You guys think
Reese
the Black
after
Frost was related to the Black Desert?
Reese after
Probably.
10 minutes just kind of like comes back. He doesn't sprint back or anything, he just walks back.
What?
I don't think melting the ice will be a good idea.
Well, what other option do we have?
Well,
Sorry, let me rephrase that.
Breaking the ice.
I don't think melting the ice. It's not a good it's not a good idea. That's the only one we have. And yes, what words? Chris is having a stroke right now.
Rowan, would just moving the ship allow it to be free?
What do you mean?
No.
Perchance.
Like, is it just like in at the wrong angle?
No.
Now here's the next
it
problem.
is not. It is physically too big.
Who's to say there's not another spot along this path where the ship will not get stuck again?
I look ahead. I will go out and look ahead. And to see if there's anything. Why don't we
Depends on how
go and
far
look
you
ahead?
can see.
Why don't we go out and look as far ahead as we can?
I will
Rowan,
go.
I'm gonna
and,
look for the most
I'm gonna go
optimal
and
point
look.
at which to blast this wall with fire.
We know where the most optimal point is.
No, but it won't be. I want to cover as much area as possible. I don't want to go for like, you know what I mean?
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
that
no,
alone
I get-
won't break
yeah.
it free.
Yeah, I get what you mean. I'm gonna go look to see if there's any spots ahead. As
Oh
far as
wait,
I can
Rowan.
see.
I have
Yeah.
Oros with me, right?
Yeah.
I would like to.
Finally, use your bird for once.
Yeah. I would like to use share
Is-
senses.
Is Oros taking the cold damage?
Yeah.
Yes, he would
Horse
be.
is a god.
Oros is immune to all damage.
Oros would be one note is not open. So we've taken
12.
so far.
Yes.
I'm close to down.
What?
Yeah, me too.
How many hit points does Oros have?
60.
Ethan, you have
12.
12 hit points left now. An ice rock, an ice sheet goes and comes and falls on.
It slices him.
A
in half.
giant ice boulder falls on your head.
Oh, at least the ice is freeing up.
Oh god, the ice caps are melting.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Rowan, I
going
told you
to.
should have invented the car.
I'm going to
It's the
use
smog.
share senses, putting my sight into Oros. I want to make sure I get
Wait.
the exact wording. And
We don't have
I
to
project-
invent the car.
I lose all sensory information from my own body. So I think it's all senses.
Yes,
Okay.
it is everything from touch to hear to sight.
The three senses.
The three senses.
Touch to hear to sight. And then I will send Oros out to as far as I can, for a minute, to look for any spots where the ship could get stuck again.
What's this ship made out of?
Wood.
Metal.
Metal.
The ship is made out of ice, actually.
You cannot kill.
Made out
the
of
metal.
water.
The ship is made out of air.
Road.
There's actually been no ship
Yeah.
here the entire time.
This is all a mass hallucination.
So
while we're
I'm
going
using
out.
share senses. I'm putting.
Restore the
I'm-
pyramid.
I will be sensing through Oros for a minute, and I'm gonna send him out as far as I can until the minute is up.
We're
to
still on the
see
sickly
If there are
bell
any spots to get stuck on.
Okay, you see as it goes forward, you can see right immediately after the ship is a large bend, elbow like bend that
Uh huh.
turns the whole thing almost So let's say the ship is pointed at 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
This turns the ship to like 11 or 10 o'clock.
Oh,
Jesus Christ. Okay.
Wait.
11.
11.
Jack.
wait. We don't need to go forward. We need to go to the side. If we can create a passage, guys.
Guys, let's just tunnel through the ice.
But just
How the
tunnel.
fuck did they get the ship in?
The icebergs have moved.
I want to speak to the navigator.
The ice has moved.
How the fuck did you even get here in the first place?
Well, you don't know this is happening.
I'm still asking because
I want to
it's
speak to
still,
the navigator.
They're trained sailors.
We do this for a living.
We boat good.
We both
uh,
did.
mhm.
Simple as. Simple as. Alright.
All right.
I guess other than the massive fucking bend, do I see anywhere else that they could get stuck?
Yeah, the whole thing forward goes back and forth, bending
Okay.
Rogan?
in thin
Roab?
narrow lanes. There is no outcroppings though that you could see.
Okay, so there's nothing that's gonna get like wedged into like this.
I mean, considering that the some of the gaps seem to be almost thinner than the ship, or as thin as the ship itself. Other than that, no.
Rogan.
What?
Can I find the position at which I can cover the most surface area with this fire blast?
Make a perception check.
Wait, I got it. Door knocker on the bottom of the ship. Let some water in. The ship goes down a little bit, and then we can go through.
35.
Okay. You do find a pretty optimal position. You feel?
Ooh.
You rolled a natural 23.
That's so funny.
Whoa,
I
Carl.
don't know.
I rolled a 19.
I don't remember what his addition is.
Plus 16. Okay. I'm going to say, unless there are any objections, I'm going to try something.
What are you trying?
I'm going to blast this wall with fire.
Okay, I have an objection.
What is your objection?
Wait.
For what?
So as of right now, if you do that, the ship doesn't move. We have to be ready for the ship to move, because if you do something like that, that's something that brings Black Frost. Which is okay if we're ready to move.
How do we intend on moving?
Well, forward.
They ain't wrong.
I figured as much.
Um,
Over.
What?
Do you have anything that can propel this ship forward?
No.
And also, I'll say it's not just forward we need to go. Coming up, there's a bend. We gotta turn.
Do you not have a helm?
We gotta turn sharply.
I assume a minute has been up at
Yeah.
this point. Dude, Reese just comes back. He just kind of like sits up violently. It's just there are a lot of bends up ahead. It doesn't seem like other than the bends, it doesn't seem like there's anything like this that will get the ship wed.
Perfect. Easy sailing for me. This is the
has this-
navigator that you're talking to.
Has this ever happened before? Or do you know anybody who this happened to?
I mean, I don't personally.
I assume because it was you said when we got into off-road it was like an especially, or they said it was like an especially intense like cold and blizzard, right?
Uh-huh.
I assume what happened was because of how intense the last blizzard was, the ice probably thickened just enough for this to happen.
I
Are the
guess that's
sails not strong enough to propel the ship?
It's not just propulsion we need. We need spin. We need axis turns. The back of the ship has to move a different direction from the front of the ship.
Do we have any easy way to make that happen, or
Well, easy? Not really.
I mean, the ship has a steering wheel.
Jack,
What?
I feel like you're not listening.
Probably because Soren's not listening.
Well, he doesn't know how to drive, so I can't. I guess I can't blame him.
True.
Well, it goes slowly. Like, if we're going slowly, you can make the turn still.
Nope. The
Not if
back
you
of the
skip
ship
the-
has to move at a different position from the front of the ship.
Means you gotta back out.
It means either that or you have to propel the back of the ship a separate direction that you are propelling the front of the ship at.
Oh, wait. I see what you mean now.
Yes, because you have to
I see what you
straighten
mean.
it. But you
Yes.
can't do that without you can't just do that. You can't just be like, well, just spin the wheel.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
That's why they should add a wheel to the back.
What you could either do is spin the wheel, or there is something else you can do.
Push
But
it.
I'm not in charge of that. You guys can come up with it.
You push. Rowan, could
Welcome
I
to the
figure out
encounter
how-
and the
the sails.
session.
No, he was about to say something. He was like, "Yeah, there's not an easy way."
What?
Yeah. He was like, I was like, "Is there an easy way to do that?" And he's like, "Oh, there's not an easy way." But
No, there's not an easy way.
yeah, but like, does he give like any like insight?
There's what insight to what? There's not an easy way. He then described, didn't what? No, I don't remember what I was saying.
So is our only real option to push the back then?
What if we what if
Push
we
the back or pull the front.
Both of those are hard to do.
And now you've reached the predicament and the dilemma that we reached a week ago. Not a week ago. 2 days ago.
You-
if we
3 days ago.
Is there a way we can use the immovable rod to generate, like...
No,
leverage?
that's not how the immovable rod. It's
No,
not a
but
move.
I feel
not a
like there's a
move
way
rod.
you could do it.
There
It's
is
not
a
a move.
look. I'm just saying. Be creative, guys.
It's not-
Rowan,
not a move.
what way is the wind blowing?
The wind is blowing through the tunnel. So because it's such a narrow passageway, wind is blowing out. I'll give it that.
Okay.
Because there is no east-west, it's just forward or
Understood.
backwards, and it's blowing
Does the ship
forward.
have multiple masts?
These ships
Hold on.
have 1, 2, 3 masts, but they're narrow and tall because they have to fit through here.
Turn the mast.
We're destroying the ice anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is
Yes.
in character. If we have the ship that we're currently on back up, assuming that's possible, I'm just gonna look at the two crewmates of that ship.
They both kind of look at each other and kind of like shrug. Neither of them are. I mean,
Yeah.
one of them goes, or Agaleo goes, yeah, I guess.
What if instead of melting the ice? Sorry, I'm trying to remember. He said we either pull the front or push the back.
Yeah.
If we get a large enough chunk of ice to fall behind this ship, that could propel it.
Yeah, it could.
Maybe.
Let me give you guys an example of the situation here.
No. The issue is with that is depending on how large that piece of ice is, will it block the path of the ship behind us?
Maybe.
Whoops.
Because it would need to be a fairly large piece of ice to do that.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
My laptop crashed, so I joined them. I was on my phone for a little bit.
Yeah, we could tell.
Well, I have a way of producing like a shockwave, but it's not a very strong one.
He just destroys the ship.
Guys, no one joined. Except for Wyatt.
Right.
I joined.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, I'm just
You're-
showing you this
Oh,
is
shit.
this is the layout.
Yeah.
Except this is touching.
Looks like the ship doesn't need to
Oh,
move.
this is
Come in.
not the situation I thought we were in.
I didn't think it was like this until like
Oh, I thought we were
Minutes ago.
more towards the back of the ship. Or wait, oh what?
That gap right there, does that look like it's big enough for the ship stuck to fit in?
Wait, why are we on that
No.
ship?
Because I haven't moved you people. Not all
Wait,
of these
Hmm.
people are even on
Can
deck.
can you go up a little bit so we can see what's in front of the ship? Okay, yeah.
This is rough estimate
Turns.
because I'm not. Yeah, it just turns and then keeps winding.
It
and
turns and turns and
The whole,
turns and turns.
yeah, that.
Wait, so if I
So,
stood at the
we would be
front of
able
the
to
ship,
kind of the back.
if I
and,
stood at the front of the ship and tried to blast that section that's like
And Chris, this is the
creating that turn.
outcropping here that I was talking about.
Yeah.
So we would be able to kind of push the back then, but not. Would that be the right
I think-
direction?
This would not be the right direction. So
Yeah, we
basically,
need to
it
be on
needs
the
to
other
be
side.
turned. The front of the ship needs to be turned this way, while the back needs to be turned that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we need to be on the other
So
side.
we just gotta spin
Ron,
the
how
ship.
big would the 60-foot cone be if I were to shoot it out like at the front of the ship at that like that bend, that area that's
Here,
jutting out?
this bend.
Or like more in front of the ship.
Where are you pointing? Where are you shooting it from?
The front of the ship, the bow.
Okay.
No,
Wait, I got-
he means what? He means shooting it forward, I think.
Door knocker.
I
on
don't
the
know what
ice
he
wall?
means because
That was just-
Well, cause with the way it is right now, like that whole section there is blocking, is like making it hard for the ship to get around that turn, that bend.
so you're suggesting doing like that.
Is that a 60-foot cone?
Give or take, yes.
Wasn't it supposed to be 60 feet at its widest point?
Well, I wasn't. I didn't scroll down. I didn't scroll up. I was just doing. I don't know how to do it on here.
There should be a cone function. If you click the line,
There you go.
Okay. Now, what if I shot it like forward
This way.
off of the
Then
ship?
there's still
Yeah,
then there's
that-
still the part stabbing the ship.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
but
Wait,
if we deal with
wait,
that
that's
separately,
produce energy.
I'm
Okay.
thinking like
So if you do this, but I'll
Well,
give you this.
I don't want to do that necessarily. I want to cut off that area on the left,
Here?
like that, more like that. Yeah.
Okay. Here's the problem.
would shooting a spell off not produce energy to move the ship?
Jack,
Here's the
Jack.
problem.
you remember the walls are 100 feet high, right?
Yeah, but
Fire
The cone
like
is also
that.
60 feet high, so
Fire like that doesn't really just delete.
I know it's not gonna just like carve it out, but it'll shave it back a little bit.
Probably not
That's
much.
a lot of
Not really.
no, yeah,
it's
no.
like
That's a
permafrost.
lot of
Yeah.
fucking ice, Jack.
Well,
It's like permafrost.
It's also a 5th level spell. It's not a small amount of fire.
Yeah, but that's also not a small amount of ice.
Jack, that's like 10th level ice.
Hmm.
So, Rowan, you said that we have to swing the back of the ship to the. We basically have to swing the ship counterclockwise.
Yeah. The front
shooting
has to
fire
go
off
this
not-
way. The back has to go this way.
Would shooting fire off not create energy to move the ship?
No.
Okay, what if we just got rid of the water?
Okay, so what if we got rid of the water? He says.
Then the ship cannot move at all because it is a
Yeah.
boat.
What if we beached the ship?
Yeah.
That's his
What if we-
suggestion.
What if we just added more water until we were floating above the narrow
Okay.
part?
All right. So, I think we get rid of the bit of ice that's sticking out, plus the surrounding area, to loosen the ship, and then we find. I think our best course of action is to find a way to knock off enough ice behind the ship and from the direction that we have to do it, that the ice splashing dislodges the ship.
How are we supposed to do that?
you have a better idea on how to dislodge the ship. I'm presenting an idea, and then we have to think about how to do it.
Guys,
Because as of right now, I don't think there's a way to.
I can create one large blast of energy, and then I'm about tapped in that regard.
Guys, I'll put the door knocker on the ice wall, and then we can push the ship.
How big is the door? The door knocker.
The door knocker has to have another side. So if the ice wall was hollow, that would work.
Wait, it does? I thought it could just like go into the.
Read the item description. I thought it said it
Oh,
has
guys,
to have another
I
side.
also have vampiric feast.
Great.
Thank God.
Wait, I think
I
that
was
helped us
so
there.
worried. I was thinking, man, God,
Yeah, I
does
just
Jack
needed to
have
let
Vampiric
you guys know.
Feast prepared?
No, it just says against a wall, floor, or ceiling, the door knocker fuses in place and creates a usable door within the surface.
Okay.
So,
It would open to nothing though.
yeah, that's well, but it would give us like a place to stand to push the ship.
Would it?
And then it would
No.
create a very loud knocking noise that would summon the
No, I do it
the
quietly.
Dark Frost or whatever.
No, I do it quietly.
Yeah, he
Black
told the
Frost.
door knocker to be quiet.
Stop whispering! Stop whispering! Can I do a thievery check? To like steal? Could I like steal the ice?
Can I steal the ice?
Orvin, how strong is your like angel summon?
Like statistically.
Yeah, like what's its strength?
I feel like Rowan has an obvious solution that we're missing.
I mean, obviously he does.
I mean, he probably has an idea.
Plus
He
5.
has no idea.
Plus what?
Plus 5.
Okay, so that's pretty strong.
Chris is in
Yeah,
graveyard.
I know. Fucking A. He was
Just
there for
making
2
sure.
fucking seconds. I couldn't even switch tabs.
Could I use?
What did I miss? What did I miss when my laptop crashed?
Why does he sound like a different person the second he goes on his phone?
Why does it sound
He
like
sounds
horribly
like a,
ill?
he sounds he sounds sick once he goes on his phone.
Because I think doing Reese's voice has made my sore throat worse.
Yeah, but it only happens when you go on the phone. It doesn't mean when you talk using the microphone, it's not bad.
Weird.
Okay, so Ron, I have a question.
Yes.
I asked you this before, but so disintegrate will not do anything on the ice, will it?
No.
Okay.
Because it's a living creature.
Well, it says unattended object. Or
It's not
first
an object. It's like a landmass.
Well, I'm just saying.
Ice has rights too.
Is this fucking Earth an unattended object? No,
Well,
motherfucker.
I'm just saying.
Yeah.
I feel like
Disintegrate
it makes
the earth.
sense if it did damage to like
Disintegrate the ship.
non-living creatures.
Yes. This is not like it's not a boulder, Jack. It's a
I
It's
use
a
my
boulder.
jaw.
it's a fucking continent. Like there's a difference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay. So
I,
it's not an object. It's a continent. You're really
I use
stretching
my-
the terms of unattended object when you say that.
Guys, I don't really got nothing. Like, there's nothing good with that I can pull out of my bag.
Yeah, pull out a flamethrower.
Yeah. Like the best thing I can pull out of my bag would be like a pickaxe suited to break ice. That's it.
What about a very strong wind boat?
Oh, that's a good idea. What about a massive fan?
Yeah, a very
Yeah.
large fan.
Yeah. I think Reese's idea is probably the best we have right now.
Oh wait, I have a keg of whiskey. I could cover
Hey,
the
yes,
tip in
that's a good
whiskey
idea. That's
and then
genius.
light it on fire.
You could
That's
cover the ice
genius.
in whiskey.
We could cover the boat in whiskey.
No, the
and
boat
light
in
it on
whiskey.
fire.
Oh, okay.
Light the boat on fire.
The only other thought I had was just turning the sails in a way that the wind would shift the boat, but I don't think the wind is in the right direction or
Does anyone have
would give us enough power to do
a
that.
wind blast spell?
I do not.
You fucking bastard.
All right, I think I figured it out. And then I take earplugs out of my bag and I put them in and I just lay down.
And he goes to sleep.
That was his prediction.
And grows a couple
That
limbs
was your
and an
predicted
extra
purchase?
ear and an eye.
No, that's not my predictive purchase.
Yeah, no, Ethan, your predictive purchase is officially now earplugs.
No, it's not, Robin.
It's actually an iPod shuffle.
Yeah.
Does Ledictus need one earplug for every ear?
This is not Ledictus we're talking about.
I know.
Wait, guys.
It was just
Wait,
a very
guys,
Ledictus
a
thing that he
pinwheel.
said.
I think you mean a very Ethan thing.
What is a
to say.
pin? What is a pinwheel gonna do?
It's gonna.
Oh, guys,
blow
I have
the
a
shit.
I have a skeleton key.
Wait, that's genius. Put it in the ice. Wait,
Put it,
Yeah.
in,
Carve
put it
a
in the
keyhole.
door knocker door.
wait, that's genius. And then we create a passage through the.
I don't think that's what that does.
Oh, Alphonsus's mysterious super magical crystal. Maybe I can use it to like will the ice to move.
Yeah, Jack, take it out and focus on the ice going away. See if it,
That's
see if it
Dumbest
works.
fucking idea ever.
What else do we have?
Well, I'm just saying, realistically, I don't think Soren would try that.
Motherfucker said, focus on the ice. And he's like, we don't have anything better? What do you mean? What do you mean?
No better option.
You have
Think
no better
really hard.
option
It's
than
all we have.
focusing on the ice to try and make it melt? That is not even anything. That's not even
Guys,
No, we're holding a positive
I'll
crystal.
use ventriloquism to shoot to throw my voice over there and distract the ice to get it to go over to where my voice
Wait,
Wait.
that's a good idea.
Wait, can you just like do a once over of all your spells?
I am on my like 16th over of all of my
Yeah,
spells.
but I
prepared.
trust you the least, so I'm asking you to do it again.
Divine Lance, Guidance, Stabilize, Forbidding Ward, Detect
Well, this
Magic,
doesn't help me, I
Bless,
don't know what they
Sanctuary,
mean.
Heal, Instant Armor, Shield Other, Heal, Whirling Scarves, Life Connection, Martyr's Intervention, Water Walk, Freedom of Movement,
Waterwalk?
Spirit Link,
Water Walk?
Vital Beacon, Healing Well, Breath of Life, Field of Life, Righteous Might, Summon
Wait.
Celestial.
What is
Water
Waterwalk?
walk.
Water Walk makes you walk on water for an
But
hour.
how many people? How many people?
10 creatures.
You didn't think that might be useful?
Get 10 people to push the boat.
You didn't think that might be useful?
Get 10 people.
10
to
strong
push-
people.
10
You really think
people
that could
to
be useful?
push the boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be slow, but it'll move.
I have suggested trying to push the boat already, and it has.
Yeah, but
been
you never
shot
said
down
we could
because-
water walk. and then we can just like use the door knocker to get back in.
All right. Let's say, technically, or theoretically,
Technically.
And I don't mean theoretically or
Shut the fuck up.
hypothetically.
Well, I can also make someone big.
Let's say hypothetically, there are 10 people standing on the water, pushing the boat from behind.
Well, that's very specific.
How feasible do you all think that might be?
Ah,
This was a question for the crew and the party.
to move it?
Yes, to move the boat.
I'm going to throw my laptop out the window.
I think it could move it. I think it would just be really slow.
I mean,
I think it's possible, but you'd need leverage. You need more than just pushing. You'd need a point. You'd need maybe a pulley system or something that could offer additional weight. Just 10 people won't get that far.
a crowbar.
I also have a method of enhancing my strength, and I believe Soren said they also have a method of enhancing strength.
Somewhat.
Though mine only lasts for 1 minute.
Well, you can make someone bigger, and it doesn't statistically make them stronger,
It just makes them bigger.
but it does make them bigger.
Well, no, because you get more leverage if you're bigger.
Exactly.
Mine makes me.
Oh, I'll get
bigger.
attacked.
It also might not even work. This would be a good test run, though. See if
How would a
if it
pulley
might
system
actually
help
works.
Holy.
get leverage on pushing a boat?
Holy.
I don't see how that would work.
We get.
Wouldn't we need
we
like a
have,
crowbar?
We have Soren melt that ice spike or that ice.
Yeah, and
Piece.
then once I do that, I could run down and help push.
We get the 10 strongest pushing the boat. You have a form of water walking, right?
No,
okay.
I have a form of water swimming.
Water swim. The only thing, where are we getting leverage from?
Portable ram. That would not work. Okay. The only way to get leverage is to like put something under, and then like, but that translates to going up.
If if someone could fly and lift the ship.
I don't think. Yeah, lift the ship right out of the ice.
Well,
And
like
the ship would be easier to push because it's on water. It's
Like-
floating.
like Orvin, what's the thing you can summon?
The Legion Archon.
Can it fly?
Yes, it has 60 feet of flight.
Okay, it could like go to the front of the ship and like push the front of it up.
It is one creature. It has a high strength, but
Yeah, it just creates leverage. It won't lift the ship out of the water.
Lifting large objects. I guess leverage. Something I figured out the other day.
it also is
Mathel pulls out a how-to video.
It also only lasts for
That's his predictive purchase.
Yeah, an
1
iPad.
minute.
That's vibrant.
So I don't know if 1 minute of
I'm not gonna watch a video. That's cheating. I'm gonna get a degree in physics.
yeah, I don't know if 1 minute of leverage is going to be enough.
Also,
Well,
Jack,
Mike gets to
like
slide.
Jack, one person pushing on the front of
Well,
a
one
multiple.
really strong person.
It's only got a 20 strength.
That's pretty strong.
Jack, if you had Arnold, if you had Arnold Schwarzenegger pushing at the front of a
Okay,
ship,
okay, guys. Let me clarify. Let me put some of this in perspective here. How many people does it take to move a fucking car in neutral?
Like
Not a lot.
like one.
No.
One or two.
Okay, 2 people.
It depends
Or
on the
one
car.
strong person.
Usually 3 people, because one person has to be behind the wheel, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Now size that up.
Uh-huh.
But it's also in water.
Put it in water.
Okay.
I would say water gives just
It's
as
buoyant.
much. Water gives just as much ease as wheels do.
Yes. Think about that, right? Wheels, round things that spin. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Still takes about 3 people to move.
Yep.
One
Mhm.
person pushing, one person steering, at minimum. But you usually need 2 people pushing, one person steering. Now, size that up by about 10 fucking thousand. This is a 115-foot long boat.
Now, I will say,
Okay,
from,
so we
from
only need
personal
30,000 people.
experience,
Okay.
it takes at one relatively strong person to push a boat the size of an average car.
Okay.
Not even push, move. You
Is
could
this
pull a
boat? I've been on boats. Is this boat a fucking cargo boat?
No,
No.
I'm just saying that
Wedged
It
between
would-
ice.
yes,
A fucking
but it
cargo boat
is-
wedged between ice. 110-foot long boat.
the
Yeah,
buoyancy would add a bit of ease
There's no way to get leverage
more
on
than
it
it would
because
to
we're
like
getting
a
angular
vehicle
momentum.
or like a car, but yeah, I think 10 strong people would be enough to push it. It's the only issue we have is the leverage.
Guys.
What is this?
피지컬
And they're getting it across land.
1.5톤에 달하는 무거운 배를
That is not a large boat.
Yeah, that's a small boat.
Okay, Jack, they're pushing it along land. You know what you don't have to do on land? Swim.
Oh no, you missed this.
We have water walking.
We have
Wyatt's
water
had water walking the whole time.
Yeah.
Oh my. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna kill you.
Why is this dude breaking a box? Oh, he's getting a barrel.
It's this dude breaking a box, he says.
Guys, I'm about to make the Reddit post out. Ask physics.
So if you're in a river, right, and the water's flowing this way, and it sweeps your legs out from underneath you.
This isn't an argument of physics. I just like.
Okay, how many people do we have that can fly?
I can fly in
I
like
can.
30 minutes
You could fly in 30 minutes. For how long?
for like 5 minutes, I think.
A cold chill rushes down your spine.
No.
You guys take
Let's see.
9 points of damage.
Yeah, I
I'm
can fly
down.
for 5 minutes in like 30 minutes. You say 5?
So there's you, there's my Archon.
You say 5 minutes? Or 5 damage run?
9.
9?
You kept saying
How-
minutes. I didn't think you were talking to me.
No, no.
You say 5 minutes? You say 5 minutes?
Who
Hey, did you
else
say
can
5
fly?
minutes?
Reese, are you capable of flight?
Horus can fly, right?
Do you think the portable ram would help?
Reese.
Damn, if only I had prepared Summon Dragon.
Chris? Chris?
Wisdofo?
What I'm thinking is if we can get... So we'd have the Archon, we'd have Soren, and then maybe... Well, Reese isn't strong.
And then like 10 other people.
Anyone who can fly. Magic.
Yeah, but I think that's it. I think that's all
Yeah.
the people we have.
To get onto the front of the ship and push up.
Oh,
and
yeah,
then
yeah.
and then we'd have 10 people in the back pushing.
Yeah, that could work. Perchance.
All right, let's see.
Is anyone here capable of magic?
You think if we were capable of magic, we'd be here?
Well, some of us are capable of magic, and we're still not getting out.
Most of us are capable of magic.
I don't mean here in this situation. I mean here on the ship doing this job.
You never know.
I've definitely seen other people, and
Magic can be very valuable in a job like this. Which is why
It can
I
be
asked.
valuable in other jobs too. That's why they pay more.
Ben. Wait, guys, I got it. I'll take a poison out of my bag, and we all drink
Oh.
it, and then
Oh, guys, you know who else can fly? Jaeger.
Jaeger! Wait, hold
Jaeger
him
can
up.
fly.
Hold him up.
Wait, you know who else could fly? Oros.
Yeah, we get Oros to lift the ship.
Yeah.
Only John was here.
Or we could have the 10 people pull from the front.
I think
Attach
pulling
something to the
would-
ship.
I think pulling is harder than pushing.
Sorry. What did I miss when my laptop crashed?
You
Well-
haven't missed it.
Not much.
I asked if you were capable of flight.
That was the last thing I heard, so I missed nothing.
Well, if we had a pulley, pulling would be easier.
To those who know this ship better than we do you have a pulley?
Well, where exactly would that have to be attached, Todd?
Well, I mean,
How would a pulley help? You'd need to attach it to the ice somehow.
Yeah.
You're saying we walk on water, right?
Yes.
Like Jesus H. Christ.
We would just need a fixed point pulling the front, because the ship can propel itself with the wind. If we set that up correctly, it will move the back end, and we can pull the bow
Well,
in the direction we want it to be.
would a pulley really be able to, say we could fix it into the ice? Would it not break off, or?
Not if you had an immovable rod.
Not if you had an immovable fucking rod.
See, I knew the immovable rod could be used to create leverage somehow.
I've been waiting for this goddamn fucking A. Keep going, people. Let's get there. Come on, in character, please. Fuckers.
This is you, Mathel. This is your turn.
Hold on, wait. Mathel, wait.
Chris is
I didn't
dying.
hear anything, so.
Is there a pulley on the ship?
Don't hold on.
There are
Climbing
plenty
kits
of
come with
pulleys. It's a
right?
fucking ship.
Oh.
One that we
that's how
can.
you adjust the
One that's
sail.
not literally attached to the ship.
Yes, it's a ship. We have replacements.
Spare parts.
Well, now. Okay.
We have enough fucking foresight to lead reinforce the base of the ship.
So, with a pulley in mind, we won't even need to walk on water.
What?
Because we could just pull from the ship.
What?
I'm gonna have an aneurysm.
If we can get a pulley, I might have a way to make sure it's affixed and it doesn't come out. Though it'll take a little bit of jury rigging.
Mm-hmm.
Or it would just take some soldering glue.
If you have, wait, Bethel has both an immovable rod and sovereign glue.
Swear to God, you people.
You people! Don't fucking you people me, Jack! You were the
I
most
have-
one here!
I have
No.
nothing.
But you know what you have! You know what you people have! You know he has sovereign glue. You know he has an immovable rod. You mentioned the fucking immovable rod.
Yeah, it's on his character sheet. Maybe he should notice it.
I'm just saying, don't you people. It's all of you.
Yeah, but a pulley is.
Is what?
It's.
I'm just not convinced that a pulley can move a ship like that.
You're not moving the ship. You're angling the ship.
Yeah, I'm not convinced that a pulley can angle the ship.
You're convinced you could push it though? What?
If anything, the pulley makes it easier.
I'm gonna strangle someone. I'm gonna strangle myself.
I would also like to point out, Ethan, in the event that it isn't physically possible, but Rowan allows us to do it, we still get the same result anyway.
What the fuck?
You don't need to
Also-
challenge the DM on realism.
Also,
My idea was more likely to happen than pushing the 1,000-pound ship.
I don't know what the fuck the pushing was. I don't know. I was trying to. Ethan, why do you think you said it yourself? You're like, why would a pulley help? It's called a hint, motherfucker. I throw a word out there, maybe you'll think of it. You're not pulling the ship. You're pulling the front of the ship in the direction it needs to go,
Yeah, but
while the back of the ship propels itself with the
but
fucking thing.
I was like,
Wind.
why would we need to pull it up?
I don't know why you need to pull it up either. What the fuck are you talking about? Whoever said anything
Ethan,
about
you know
pulling it up?
Pulleys can pull things
They can pull
forward.
I didn't realize that
didn't
the
think of
pulley
that.
was now
He didn't
an
think of that.
orientatable block.
Fucking
no.
A. I've been sitting here frustrated because you guys have been dancing around the fucking solution. When Jack said the immovable rod, I was like, fuck yes. All right? You know, like.
I was trying.
You're all
to grasp
trying!
at
You're all
anything.
trying!
No, but clearly some people were not reading their fucking character sheets. Fucking water walking and
Water walking
fucking
is crazy.
immovable
Water
rod and
walking is
sovereign
crazy.
glue.
The thing is, I know I had those things. I just didn't think they were applicable.
Well, maybe
here.
start throwing out some ideas. I don't know.
Or we could all listen to our GM's hint of pulley.
Yeah, I think that's the issue here.
What's the issue?
That we didn't listen to the hint.
I think there's way more than that issue present here right now. But anyway, please, in character, come to the conclusion so we can move on. Fucking A.
If we have a pulley, I mean, I have a way to make sure it wouldn't come out.
What do you mean?
Well, we would have to put it in the ice, no?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Can expound.
Well, I just have a few ways to ensure that we could have it stick in the ice, and then we'd be able to I don't know, use that to rotate the ship with a rope.
Yeah, that would work.
It
could.
Do you have a spare pulley that we could
We've been here for
try?
fucking hours.
Yeah.
We've been here for 2 hours.
Someone gets you a pulley and some rope.
All right.
I say we have Soren fly over and affix it.
If you give me 20 minutes.
What are we gonna do about the ice sheet? The ice
Well,
rock.
that's Soren as well.
I can blast it.
Okay.
Set up the pulley.
Pulling this isn't gonna be easy. We're gonna need people pulling, and a lot of them.
I'm gonna go over to the back of the, well, no, not the back of the boat, because that's not how things are set up. I'm gonna go over to and shout over to the other ship. We need as many people over here as possible.
For what?
We need people to pull, to get the ship to
Okay.
turn.
He doesn't send over as many as possible because there's mostly goblins and rat folk on the ship who won't help very
Yeah.
much. Well,
Well,
you didn't say that. You just said we need everyone.
No, I said as many people as possible.
Yeah, but which is.
And
But okay.
I guess as many people as possible is. I should have said.
Yeah.
The strongest on deck.
So.
Fetch me your strongest beefcakes.
Eltros, Arethia, Tulker, make their way over, and also the cabin boy make their way across to the ship, and a few of the crewmates from the The other ship also.
I
are
swear
there.
to God, why?
I heard it. I
We are team competent.
We're
So,
team brainless.
Just to be sure, the plan is wait 20 minutes, Soren goes and affixes the pulley. Soren then comes back and blasts the ice, and as soon as the ice has melted, we begin pulling. Or while the ice is melting, we begin pulling to get us moving as quickly as possible.
I believe that's what it is, yes.
So,
We wait.
We should figure out where specifically we want to set the pulley up.
Yes, that's probably a good idea.
you guys take another 9 points of cold damage.
What?
Oh, what was the last amount of cold damage we took?
9.
9.
4899. We want somewhere where we're pulling straight on, not at an angle. So we want to try to reduce the angle as
Well,
much as possible.
hold on. What do you mean by that? Don't you want?
No, we want to.
You want to pull it
we
at
want
the
to
angle
get the
that
front
it's.
of the ship
Yeah.
moving. To the...
Well, yes, but we don't want the rope to be at an angle.
No, you want the rope to
Rowan.
pull it in the direct. If you tie it to the bow here, you want to pull it this direct. You want to pull it left.
Yes.
So you want the rope pointed left. You want the anchor point on the left of the ship, so it points it towards the anchor point.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
How far would a 30-foot emanation get me on this ship?
30 feet.
Can you show me on the?
Can you count?
Can I find an optimal
Okay.
spot to put this all?
How is there a position at this moment without getting people to move where I could position myself where everyone would be in that, or would people have to huddle up a little bit?
What do you
more?
mean, everyone?
There are like 12 people total on this ship.
Yeah,
right
I
now,
know.
Wyatt.
I want to cast heal.
There's
It's
more than
30 feet.
There's like 30 people here.
Okay.
I mean, can you do it without moving? No, you can't do it without moving them. So what are you trying to do? Like,
Yeah, just
yeah.
could I get everyone to move in a little bit closer to me? I'm going to cast a heal spell. Just to help with any for alleviate the frostbite a little bit.
Sure.
Thank you.
I've taken 30 points. Do I want to do my second level heal? That's maximum 20. Or I could do. Actually. You can only. Receive healing, either you or an ally enter direct action each time decreases in strength. Okay, no, so I do want to do a heal. Yeah, I'm gonna do a second level heal, 30 feet, and I'm gonna wait till everyone is, at least within the 30 feet of me.
Cool. Eventually, you get it to happen.
That is 13 points of healing to everyone.
Thank you.
Mathel, while we wait, do you want to patch some of us up?
I'm sorry. What did you say?
While we wait for my armor to recharge, do you want to patch some of us up?
Damn, how injured are you?
Yeah, what?
Well, we've been taking cumulative damage. We're not at max health.
Orvin just healed us.
Yeah, 13.
Of what?
the
He's taken
that
more
is
than 13.
that is
13 of
that
the
is
20
ha-
points of damage?
that is half of the damage.
No,
we've
I mean
taken.
it's good. It's just we might as
Stop
well.
whining.
So, and I think it should probably be saved for more desperate times.
Well, it doesn't. It's not going to take any of your battle medicine.
What?
I'm saying spend like 10 minutes.
Why?
You can say
I'm gonna
no.
look for a good place to put the pulley.
I will help
leave it.
I will
Fine.
help Mathel look for a good place to put the pulley.
I'm going to look for a place to put the pulley. So.
I'll come with you.
Right. Wait, would Sovereign Glue remain potent for Thorn to use?
What do you mean?
Like it says Sovereign Glue only remains potent until.
May not.
Well,
We also have the immovable rod.
yeah, but I don't want to lose my immovable rod.
We don't have to lose the immovable rod. You can just get it back. It's gonna be attached
So you have
to the.
you have to attach the pulley with Sovereign Glue to the immovable rod.
Attach the pulley
We
to
could-
the Sovereign Glue with the immovable rod. Nice one, Jack.
Is that what I said?
Yep.
Yes.
Attach the pulley to the immovable rod with the Sovereign Glue.
We could also.
What that's not.
Wow.
That's. What is the?
I
point of-
believe doesn't the immovable rod have a loop on it?
No.
Going.
No, I was gonna
This
get. I was
doesn't
gonna
matter.
get loops on it. And a loop is not a pulley.
Have you found?
I know.
The
I'm saying
sovereign. Have you found the Sovereign Glue clarification you were looking for?
Well. Quick Tincture says it's only until it's only potent until the end of the current term.
Yes. So that means you apply it. That means you can craft it. You can't just craft it and then you have to craft it and apply it in the same turn.
Yeah, would I be able to give it to Soren and then apply it and it's still...
That's not in the same turn. It would have to be
What?
you to use the Sovereign Glue.
What we could do is
You can attach it to the. I'm not here. Fuck off.
How long does the
we
glue
could use the
remain?
sovereign glue to attach the rope to the ship, and then the immovable rod to attach the other part of the pulley to the ice.
Well, the
Well-
issue
well,
is
or-
it's a
okay,
rod.
or
How
just
are we
attach the
going to
pulley to the
effectively
rod.
attach?
Or just attach the pulley to the rod and then... But
Yeah.
I'm not sure if, like, the glue would hold up to that.
Or we can just use the rod.
How, just by, like,
but
putting
you-
the
No,
rod in
the
front of
issue
the...
is how are we going to effectively attach the pulley to the rod?
with the glue.
Sovereign glue.
Yeah, but I'm
Yeah.
not sure the glue would
How
hold
long
up.
does it last?
No,
It
it's not. It's not a.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind.
It's a. It's like. It's a. Would we pull the pulley off kind of thing? Because if we're putting so much strength into it, it's like a DC 40.
I don't think that would happen.
I'm
It
going
takes
to
a
have an
DC
aneurysm.
50 athletics check, Ethan, to remove sovereign to
DC
separate
40
sovereign.
is high.
No, DC 50.
Well, yeah.
Oh,
That is literally.
yeah, but if there's like 10 people pulling,
Shut up.
I don't think it's gonna
Ethan,
come off.
one single person has to exceed a
We
DC
figured it.
50.
Okay, we figured it out. Sovereign glue, attach rope to rod, pulley rod to ice. That is the
well,
solution.
no, you
That
don't
is
have to.
what we're
Put the,
doing.
you don't have to attach the rod to the ice at that point. You can
His
just put it
computer
out.
crashed.
You don't have to attach the rod to the ice at that point.
Yeah. Agreed.
But then we
I
just
don't
have to make.
care.
Then we just have to make sure we grab the rod so that way.
I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. I swear to God.
Wait, why don't we have to? The rod is to keep it on the ice, right?
No, it's
Well-
just to keep it fixed in general.
Not if you're
We-
attaching
okay,
the
I'm-
pulley to the rod, then you don't have to keep it on the ice.
Yeah, exactly. That's what we're saying. Oh my god.
Okay. I'm gonna attach the pulley to the rod using sovereign.
I feel like I could eat plastic right now.
This session is just going to be called the ship dilemma. 'Cause that's all this session is gonna be.
Okay.
I feel like I could eat depleted plutonium right now and like
Do we find a good spot for Soren to put the
yeah,
rod?
me and Math'll go up and look for somewhere to put the fucking pulley so that it makes sense.
We'll go look as well.
Perception.
35.
32.
33.
Ethan, you can make a crafting check.
Okay. That's gonna be a 43.
Okay, Reese, Orvun, you both point at a nice spot, and then Mathel goes, I like this spot more because of the, and then he gives some technical explanation that flies over your head, Orvun, but Reese, you understand, you go, yep, yeah, didn't notice that spot.
But like, I don't know. I feel like this spot would be better.
We have argued about how we're doing this enough. Orvun would just putting it in a spot.
Alright.
We're putting it in the craftsman's choice of spot, right?
Fine, fine.
Um,
I don't know how we didn't think of this idea earlier. In all honesty.
And then we
I don't
wait
either.
for my armor to recharge.
I guess I just wasn't thinking about the leverage from a pulley. Uh, Dawn, you don't have to attach it into the ice, because the rod, you should be able to press the button and it'll stay in midair. But just
Oh,
put it near the wall.
Gravity defying rod.
Er, Wait, would it be better to have it near the ship? No.
no,
I
that
swear.
further from the ship creates more leverage.
I swear on everything. We found the good spot. Rowan told us we found the good spot. That is the good spot. Alright? We don't know in our world where the good spot is. We just know that it's a good spot and that's where we're putting the rod. We've been here for 3 fucking hours.
Okay. I'm gonna give the contraption to Soren.
Right. And
Swear to God.
I'm gonna take the rope that we have,
Oh
and
my
I'm gonna feed it through the pulley, and then give both ends to Mathel.
Should I use more glue to attach the rope to the ship, or should we wrap it around something?
You could probably tie it around a mast, but glue wouldn't hurt.
It needs to be the front. It needs to be the front of the ship.
Oh, the bow, yeah.
Called the stern.
Nope, it's called the bow. So then we put the
So
rope in the good spot for the rope.
Yeah.
Would there be any benefit to having people push and pull, or is it more worth it to just have everyone pull?
Rather have more
I
people
think we should
pulling.
just have everyone pull.
Okay.
Soren, will you be able to get the rod in the pulley back?
I think that all depends on how events play out after we dislodge the ship.
Right. Okay. So
And
you go
then-
set it up?
Would it be possible to have Oros retrieve it?
Well, really, if Oris could click the button, that would. We
Yeah,
could pull it
Oros
back.
could as a last resort thing.
Yes, I could.
Okay.
Then I will activate my winged armor and fly the Imu rod out to the good spot that Mathel pointed me to.
You guys take another 12 points of damage.
What? I'm down.
Shut the fuck up.
I'm gonna make you down. I'm gonna make you have Down syndrome.
You're
in
down,
about
actually.
30
He already
seconds.
does.
All right. Have I done that?
Yeah.
All right. Then I will fly back to the ship
Okay.
and I will stand in the optimal position to blast the ice with fire.
Soren, are you ready?
Hold on.
We have to make sure everyone else is ready before you
Yes, I was about to ask if everyone else is.
start acting.
Stop lying. Mathel wasn't gonna ask.
I'm ready. I was going. Oh wait.
Oh.
No.
I cast Enfeeble on myself.
A legionnaire can throw its flame of justice as a ranged weapon. No,
is a
it's
joke,
not. It
I
does
do
not.
Team
It
competent.
does not do anywhere near enough fire damage to be worth.
Team
Right.
Brainless.
So run.
Yup.
I'm gonna turn to everyone. I'm gonna say, "Are we ready?"
Yes.
Good, a few nods.
I
then I
am
will-
going to
As I
cast
can be.
Righteous Might on myself.
Selfish prick.
I will raise my sword
I literally can only cast it on myself.
and I will begin to trace it through the air as though I'm cutting a pattern into the air. And as I do so, this pattern appears in the air above me. And from it, a tear begins to open up as you see like flames boiling within this like Terran reality. And then
And as
suddenly,
this is happening, sorry, the sails come furling down.
and then from it, a torrent of flames begins to burst forth, tearing into the ice at the side of the ship.
Rowan,
Yes.
does Righteous Might work?
I don't fucking know. Hold on.
This is 7d10 fire damage.
70. Here we go. Right here. All tens.
That
70-10.
happens is up to. Oh wait, hold on. Righteous Might has
70.
Let me find 1, 2, 3. That's 6.
What is why would
Righteous
this? What is
Might
this?
has a Righteous Might has a new remastered version. I don't know what it is. It's
Alright.
it's like a divine battle form.
Righteous Might. Spell.
No, here's the issue. It changed. Devil form, demon form.
Is it still a 6th level spell?
I don't know what it changed to is the issue. I would assume it stayed a 6th level spell.
Righteous Might. Still legacy content.
This item has not been updated in the remaster and may not be fully compatible with remastered content. You can toggle the use of legacy items and creatures option.
It sounds to me like it wasn't updated.
No, it was not.
Rowan, that's 38 fire damage.
Okay.
What is the spell?
It did not get updated. What?
Okay. So do I
You
still...
literally just read a paragraph that said this did not get updated and may not be compatible with the remaster.
Okay. I know it didn't get updated on Path Builder, but does that mean it just didn't get...
Yes!
Well,
Okay.
Path Builder's updated for the remaster.
I'm going to have hemorrhoids,
Trying to
dude. Like,
figure out what the spell is now.
It doesn't. Oh my mother.
I swear to Christ. The spell did not get updated, Wyatt.
Hello?
Yeah.
Okay, so what's happening? What are people doing?
I guess I'm just gonna get ready to pull.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. All right.
Jack, repeat how much damage you did.
38.
38.
38.
I already-
Okay.
You guys, who's pulling?
Everyone who can.
Myself, Orvun Mathel, and NPCs.
As soon as I finish casting the spell, which takes 3 actions, I will then go and join them in pulling.
Everyone make strength checks.
Does that include me, or do I have to wait?
Athletics. Yes. Everyone.
Okay.
All right.
Ooh, that's bad.
$25.
I rolled a 2.
I rolled a 9.
I rolled a 12.
Oh my god.
Oh.
All right. You begin to pull, and as you pull, you feel everyone on the ship goes. "Argh!" You feel like you hear the struggle, and as
Freaking.
the first pull goes, there's no movement, and then you all reset and try again. There's a second pull, and there's and then all of a sudden you hear a coming from the back as you hear then ice splash into the ground, and the ship lurch forward. As the
My
wind
rod!
as the wind catches the sails,
My rod!
and the ship
So keep your
goes
rod.
forward.
I need my rod! Rod. So are we...
Okay. I will send Oros to grab Mathel's special fucking rod.
Thanks.
Once we're ready to grab it, and we're not, and the pulley isn't necessary anymore.
Do we need to do any more pulling?
No,
Or-
no.
We're good?
And they start to move. How are you guys getting back on your other ship?
First I want to get my rod.
I still have flight time, so I'm gonna fly.
John, carry me.
Oh yeah, I could carry you probably.
I
What?
have
How much bulk are you carrying?
one.
What is the gap
That's one too
from,
much, Chris.
from back of ship to deck?
Rowan, do I get my rod?
What? Why?
What is the gap between back of ship to deck?
What do you mean?
From the back of the big ship to the deck of our ship.
Like
How
90
far is
feet.
that? Okay.
Chris, what's that one bulk you have?
Why, the whole point was to move the ship.
Rowan,
Yeah,
do I
one
get my
bulk I
do I get
have.
my rod back?
We'll get to that.
I think it's my staff. Yeah.
I am going to grab
get my bag of
the grapple
Yeah, sure.
that is on the back of the ship, or that is on the side of the ship. And
Oh no, I
you took it?
yeah.
Matho,
What
do you have a way to get on the ship?
the is it we're moving away?
We're moving away.
Okay. How big is the do we have to jump, Rowan?
It's 90 foot. We're not gonna make it.
Oh. No, I don't.
Do you only have the one grapple hook?
Yes.
Does anyone have a spare grappling hook?
What are you gonna do with a spare grappling?
Yeah, what?
One hook to get off the ship into the water, and another.
Bro,
grappling hook
what?
to get
Water
onto
will
the
kill you.
ship.
Wait, no.
You will
Water walking.
die.
Water walking.
Water
Oh,
walking.
There you go.
That's
I'm
why I'm
going-
saying that.
I'm going to kill all
Well, the
of
Mike,
boat
you.
has
there's
a
other
ladder.
ways to
Swear to God.
There's other ways to get down. There's other way. We don't need 2 grappling hooks.
Okay.
The boat probably has a ladder,
Does
right?
the boat have a ladder to get down to the water?
Yeah.
Does the water oh, it
I
had
have a door knocker.
they
There's a
had a
ladder to get
fucking
down.
they had a rowboat. Can we use that pulley system to get ourselves down?
Yeah.
Do you cast the water walking?
I cast
Le water
I cast water walking on us and all of how many crew members are on the ship
Crewmates.
that need to go back?
Less than 10.
Less than 10?
Less than 6.
I cast water walking on all of us.
Okay.
And I head back I head over to the pulley system and all right, we're all going to get down from here and then Mathel will let us back onto the ship.
I take Reese's staff, put it in my bag of holding, and then carry him flying over to the ship.
And then I'm going to begin. I'm going to get down.
I send Oros to get the immovable rod.
Yeah. You casted water walking?
Yeah, everyone has water. Everyone has water.
Give me
walking.
my staff back.
I even
Okay.
casted it on
Okay.
Reese and Soren.
Okay. I'm heading down to the
Mhm.
water.
Am I not carrying you, Reese?
I thought you said he was too heavy.
No, you
He's too heavy
no, you
with the staff.
Oh.
no, you put the staff in the then you carried me over.
Oh,
and now
yeah.
I'm saying give me the staff back.
Oh, okay, there you go.
Okay. And then you guys you guys are crossing across the water.
Mhm.
Stepping across, the waves lapping a little bit from all that movement, rising you up and down on
I get my rod.
the ocean. No.
Well,
No, Oros gets your rod.
No.
Be patient.
And you guys are about 60 feet before
combat.
there is a bubbling coming from the water, and something flies overhead, and someone says, "Take cover, Black Frost," on the ship, and that's where we're gonna end tonight's session.
I don't think we have been more useless in a session.
Yeah.
I had that
Personally,
combat
I
all
completely
planned.
agree.
That was what I was prepping because all this stuff was prepped already.
Well,
I
no,
was
I
prepping
figured.
the combat. Didn't need it. I underestimated how stupid you guys can be sometimes when you're given no direction and just said, solve this problem with your tools. I underestimate it sometimes.
We really fucked up. That was rough.
I didn't remind you that you guys needed to get back to the previous ship, but
So session tomorrow? Do it again?
Jack, someone's not available.
I don't think I'm open. Because I think we're doing Mother's Day dinner or whatever, and then I have to pack.
You can always pack after the session.
Yeah. I mean, it depends when dinner is done.
I
So is it-
provided a solution that could have been done with our abilities.
Yeah.
Which was
The ice fall.
I'm not running tomorrow.
Okay. Then
If you guys,
no session.
yeah.
We could hang out.
Good.
Just got a new computer that I can use to play games on. We could play. We could finally do that multiplayer Baldur's Gate.
You know who
Good.
doesn't have a new computer that they can play games on?
You could. Maybe
I could what?
have a new computer.
Yeah, just get one. Guys, I think we did pretty good that session.
Yeah, I don't.
It just it
I
depends.
also don't.
No, I think we did pretty good.
No,
Yeah,
we
I
did
heard
very
you.
bad. Yeah, because I technically, I could send you, I could mail you my computer.
I'm going to go to bed.
Okay.
We are team competent.
Shut up. Good night.
Good night. I guess I'll talk about with them about that another time. Yeah, because now I can. I don't think I'm gonna give it to him, but I can at least lend him my current laptop or my previous laptop. Or he could buy it off me. I don't think he has the money to do that. Did I download Baldur's Gate? Would you guys want to do multiplayer Baldur's Gate? Oh, you have issues running Baldur's Gate.
I can.
Yeah, you could try.
Oh my god!
I still have to. I still have to test to see if Baldur's Gate works.